Yo peeps, Lubes here again. I just want to give you guys a rundown of what I've been doing here lately. Um, I actually bought a camera. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I bought a camera, which is this nice one right here. It's a SX 530 HS, and this is one of the cameras I've been using here, doing some light photography work, something that gets a little bit better picture than a camera on a phone. Um, if you pan here with me to the left here, I have my old Transport. This was a GoPro. I used to call it a faux pro because it's a fake GoPro, but it did enough for me. 1080p, of course, you can see most of all of my I guess you could say moto vlog videos are from this camera here. They're either from my phone or this little thing here. It's been a trooper. I've had it since, oh man, I've had this thing for at least three years. I want to say I bought it. I think December of I want to say I bought it December of 2014. I could be wrong. It could be a little bit older than that. But anyway, because I had bought it a long time. I had bought it and then it sat because I didn't do nothing. I didn't know what to do with it. But yeah, so it's old. It's starting to act a little crazy. It takes a 32 gig card, and I went to Fry's yesterday, and I bought this one. Now let me tell you why I bought this one. Because if the other one acts crazy, or I want to get a different camera angle, I can do it. I can get a front or back or whatever. But anyway, this is the new one I bought. It's $20. I'll be doing a review on it. Regularly $40. 1080p. On the package, it actually said Wi-Fi, but that was kind of a lie. And I bought it because I thought for like $20 and Wi-Fi, it's got to be too good to be true. Found out it was. Because it said the up button here on the Pro HT actually turns on the Wi-Fi so you can, view your pic. But I ain't going to trip too much because it was $20. I haven't even put a memory card in here yet, so I will be reviewing this here. It came with the camera, of course, the battery, one battery, this door that's similar to the one I have here for this one. It came with this waterproof case. It came with, let me see if we can get this in the pan frame here. It came with that. It came with this. What else did it come with? Instructions and handlebar mount. Okay. Not bad for $20. So I'm not gonna trip. It was $20 well spent, I think. Even if it sucks as far as quality goes, $20, you can't really beat it. But yeah, so now I'll be doing a review on this one here in the future here. I also bought this Joby. I'm using the V20 as we speak right now. And so we're going to New Orleans for our anniversary. And I kind of wanted to see, since I got a dual camera setup here on my phone. So I'm like, well, how about I check and see if I can put my phone on the stick, because I got a 128 gig card in this phone here. It's been real sluggish. I don't know why my V20's been so sluggish, but this is only going to be like a temporary thing for me to have the V20. I'm waiting for the Note 8. I'm trying to see, this will hold me out fine until the Note 8 comes out and I can see whether it's going to catch fire or blow up. But anyway, I get OtterBoxes for my phones. So I've been having trouble actually finding a mount to go wrap around the whole OtterBox and I can use a tripod or anything from my phone, because this phone has two good cameras. And I'm gonna show you real quick. That towel, just disregarded here. It was for cleaning some of my stuff before I started recording. But anyway, I'm gonna show you the wide view and then the regular view you're seeing right now. So here's the regular view that you're in now, and that's the wide view. And you can see all the junk I have here on my table here. But anyway, this is my workspace. So, But anyway, yeah, so as you can see, this camera is very versatile. I'll switch you guys back to regular view. And I'm going to be using this thing. I'm going to be checking it out here at the park where we go walk and see what we can see what I can do with it. But from what it says it can do, I've watched the review. It says portable, lockable, and universal smartphone mount that works with any tripod. And from what it told, what I saw was it goes from a 7 to 10 inch tablet. So I'm like, well, my phone's only 5.7 inches, so I'm not gonna trip, But that little knob you can see right there, it actually tightens the little arms that go on here. So this is gonna come in real handy with my little setup. I'm balling on a budget here, but this is $30 regularly by itself, and I found it on sale at Fry's yesterday for $16. Just like this camera right here. This camera right here is $40 regularly, which ain't bad, because I paid $70 for this one, and it came with a whole bunch of mounts that I've now. I have a setup in the car to just screw this on with this here deal, because I don't like always keeping it in a case like this because it's heavy. But I'm going to be looking to see if I can mount it to a hat, so when we go, I have extra batteries for this one, and from what I'm being told or seeing, the same battery holds for this one. So you can say I have like 6 batteries for these cameras. So I'm using the same regularly old battery for this one, and I got 3 more or 4 more. I think it's 3 or 4 more. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I have at least 5 batteries that I know of. And like I said, this one came with a case like that I still have that I never use. But unless I go to the pool or it's raining or something. But this camera has been a good camera. It has decent enough quality to do moto vlogs with, and I'm hoping that this one's the same way. $20, can't beat it. It takes a 14 megapixel, from what it's telling me, a 14 megapixel still picture, and this one takes a 12. This one, like I said, is a couple years old, if not more than that. So I ain't gonna trip. Cameras are, 16 gig on a phone. Not 16 gig, 16 megapixels on a phone. So I just hope this one has less of a smiley face picture than my old one. If you see this old little beat up thing here, it's my battery. It's an old swollen, what do you call that, power bank. And it was rated for, I believe it was 4,400 milliamps. So it'll charge these 900 milliamp batteries that go into these GoPros or FoPros for quite some time. At least 5 or 6 times it will charge them. So the bad thing about these little bitty GoPros or FoPros, they run out of battery really quick. And they both take a 32 gig memory card. So before you can actually get full with the maximum resolution, they're already going out of battery. So that's why I bought the extra battery and the external charger, which only cost me about $12. So I can't, like I said, I can't trip. This here, my big camera, my 530 here, I just put a screen protector on here, here, and this one. So you know, it just to protect the camera loose a little bit. You know, I'm gonna keep this thing here a long time. I like taking care of my stuff. I don't throw them around. If they are thrown around, they're in a case. So not gonna trip on that too. Speaking of, I'm only using that there, so I got to get another bag because this camera here, my 530, takes up all the space inside of it. So now that my arsenal is you know, whatever is growing, it's time for me to have these on deck. So when I can just pull out the tripod, I have a Joby tripod also, and I have two regular stationary non-flexible tripods, but one's real cheap. You know, it's good enough to do what I need to do. So that's one reason why I bought this. So I mean, my V20 is such a good phone. I had a Note 5 before this one, so but this one here, it's got a pull-out battery. You know, if it's a 128 gig memory card. So I couldn't pass it up. And like I said, it's a worthy contender since the Note 7 flopped. To me, this was the next best phone on the market. Because when I went to upgrade, wasn't really nothing out here. And I didn't really want the S7 Edge because the Edge screen. So now that the S7, S8 is out, and they come out with the Plus, I really don't like the taller the form factor. I really don't. But when the Note 8 come out, I hope if they do incorporate that into the software, they make better use of the real estate. You know, the estate you have, you know, instead of having like black bars on the end, because everybody hasn't went to a 18 by whatever format yet. You know, we're still at a 16.9. To me, 16.9 is like, I guess because we were thrown into it, is like the norm right now. So, but you know, it's crazy. So, I hope the Note 8 comes out, and I know it's going to be a beast. I'm just hoping that it's not one. I know the battery's going to be sealed, so I know I'm going to lose that capability with going back to Samsung. But of course, I've had to buy Nova Launcher, and I've had to buy Zooper widgets to kind of get by, because some of Samsung stuff on TouchWiz, you never really had to. Yeah, you didn't have to change it. I mean, it was already nice, in my opinion. But you know, it just, when you get used to something, you kind of stick with it. And I had every Note ever came out. I started with the Note 1. I want to say it was in 08, I think. I could be wrong. Then I went to the S3, and I couldn't take the small screen and the S Pen not being there, so I went to the Note 2. No, I'll take that back. I didn't go back to the Note until I think it was 2011, 2012, because I went through a massive amount of phones during that time. I went from the HTC Wing when Droid was first put out with T-Mobile, and then Android had first came out in 2009, to my knowledge. And I remember the Droid commercials, and I switched from T-Mobile to Verizon. So I bought the first Droid. But in between that Droid, I had a BlackBerry Storm and a BlackBerry Curve, I believe it was. Then I went to the Droid Incredible, Droid Incredible 2, I believe it was. Then we left Verizon. Then we went to Sprint. I had an HTC Evo and an Evo 3D for a while. Went back to T-Mobile. I believe I got the iPhone somewhere up in there, iPhone 4S, somewhere up in there, for like 2 or 3 months. and because my wife went to Verizon, and then we got the Bionic. That didn't work out. We got the Razr, which was a nice phone. I still miss that phone. I like the old Razr and the Razr that came out with Verizon a couple of years back, maybe 3 or 4 years back. Had it for a long time. Then Verizon kind of screwed us over by saying they didn't get something or whatever, and then we had a big bill and we couldn't pay it, so we left them and went to T-Mobile, and the rest is history. I've been through a lot of phones, and then I didn't find really a phone that I could actually put up with for more than a year or more than a couple of months until I found the Note 2. And then I went to the Note 3, Note 4, Note 5, and now I'm here with the V20. I bought the Note 5 back when it first came out, September of 15, kept it all the way up until February of this year, and then I came out, with this phone here. So when you go on an AT&T store, we're with AT&T now, we love the service, but there wasn't a phone out except the S7 Edge and this was way better than the S7 Edge, if you ask me. So, seeing all the screen on the Samsungs are really good. They're really good. I mean, but to say that with this LCD screen here on this phone, I've always thought that Apple iPhones screen were really nice, and to me, the V20 is the only phone on Android with an LCD screen, I feel, that has really good clarity, even though it's an LCD. The blacks are not as bad at all, but anyway, back to my setup here. So yeah, this is for the phone I'm holding and recording this on right now. But yeah, this is my baby right here. She does the still pic. She's not real good with video, but she is a still picture beast. Still learning manual focus. Having issues with that. I'm trying to work with the V20 manual focus and try to compare it with this Canon right here. But they're two different beasts there, man. But this Canon here is a bad boy. She was expensive too, more expensive than I really wanted to spend, but it's been worth it. But anyway, yeah, it has this flash here, no big deal. But enough of what I need to do with it, and my arsenal's getting bigger, so I think it's time to, I know I'll be spending more money, something I really don't want to do on my equipment, because the next thing is going to be a drone. I've been wanting a drone for years. I actually been wanting this camera for quite some time, and finally got saved up enough money to get it. But this was $20. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it. And this was 16, and I was like, yeah, I got to get it, because $30, $40, and $30, that's $70 just for these two. And I walked out of the store paying $39 for both of them. So the one price for this phone, this camera alone would have been, I walked out with both of them. So yeah, this is my little arsenal here. Of course, I can't show you the V20. You ought to know what it looked like to look at the smartphones. So yeah, I got quite a bit of stuff now, and this little bag here is going to have to go. This is my memory cards. I got tons of memory cards and adapters in it. Excuse my urban engineering, but I put tape around it so that all the sticky stuff won't stick to your hand. It's my storage for my memory cards, and here's my other one. But it's no big deal. Gets the job done. I'm not a professional, but I think here in the future I will be doing photography or trying to express myself with art in some form or fashion. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let this go here. If you got any questions, drop me a comment. Hit the like button, subscribe. There's more to come. Gaming, photography, moto vlogs, vlogs, all that's to come. This is a multi-variety channel, and you know, so I'm trying to persuade my wife to getting into it. I mean, and doing cooking videos. She likes to do cooking recipes, and she can cook. So we will be seeing that in the future, y'all. And y'all be good, and God bless. Like I said, drop me a comment if you want to ask me anything. If you need help with some tips, all that, just let me know. All right. God bless. Peace.